All right, Cowboy Nation, really appreciate you all. Thank you all for tuning in and subscribing to this channel. We're going to talk a little bit about the defense. As everybody know that the defense been porous for the last few games. We need help on defense. Turnovers, takeaways, those type of things. And so far, we're not getting it. Jeff Heath, we don't know when he's going to return. Thompson, yes, he's porous in a lot of situations. I like Thompson as related. I'm talking about Darian Thompson that's filling in for Jeff Heath. I actually like him down in the box tackling. I think he does a better job, but Jeff Heath, believe it or not, does a better job as it relates to coverage. So we have one of those situations going. Anthony Brown is out for the year. So we're going to have to really think about our depth purposes. I think we should elevate somebody from the practice squad and see what they can do. Or maybe they just have Donovan Wilson to be there as well. I don't know. When we look at the total roster and everything, two different positions, but we'll see how this thing unfolds. So far, stopping the run is still an issue. Not trying to be negative, but I got to bring the facts, right? Front four, we are extremely good against the pass. We are. DBs, we are right in the middle of the road against the pass. And although the records, or as relates to stat-wise, are speaking in favor of us, we still need more turnovers and takeaways. The way this team strive on the offensive side of the ball is when the defense don't have the ball, believe it or not. It's actually this team must, and I'm saying with a must, a capital M-U-S-T, get turnovers and takeaways and keep the short area of the field there for the offense so that we can score quickly. And what will happen here is when we put money on the board, it allows teams to say, hey, they're going to abandon the run. It allows teams to say they're going to focus on passing, and that's our strong suit right now, believe it or not. Although one could look at Cheeto Wuzier's side and say, well, Law, he's been trash all year. I can understand your sentiments. I really can. He failed to get his head around to the ball. I'm thinking that there's too many Chiefs in there and not enough Indians as it relates to coaching. The philosophy. I do know that people say, oh, Law, you just been a crispy sharp apologist. No, that's not the situation. No. I just look at it that his scheme, his total scheme is cover three. Crispy sharp, that's his system, that's his scheme. And then if you look at Papa Rob Marinelli, his total scheme is cover two. We play majority of cover two schemes. Our players are drafted to play cover two schemes. So there's so many things that we can go back and forth on, and we can talk about this and talk about that. But how this team improved, of course, we can talk about discipline. We can talk about if the mindset is right for the linebackers. I just say they just need to be focused. They want to jump around. They want to say hot boy. They want to say purr swat, which is cool. I have no ill feelings about people having self-pride in what they believe in, you see. It's not my it's not my thoughts to think about that, you see. But all I want them to do is just be the Dallas Cowboys. Just be the Dallas Cowboys. That's what we fell in love with. I don't think that nobody's watching this show or watching me talk fell in love with the hot boys or fell in love with the purge squad. You don't follow this team for those reasoning. You follow the team because they are the Dallas Cowboys. So we got 6 games. We got 6 more games, right? 6 or 7, something like that. We got 6 more games, I believe. We got the Patriots on the docket. Just put it that way. And the way I look at it is that the Patriots, yes, they are a dynamic team. Yes, they got Tom, Golden Boy, Brady, and the officials may, play a major role in this game. But here's the thing. Cowboys, we are good against those quarterbacks that stay in the pocket, believe it or not. So if a quarterback can't skirt and run out, we probably can be able to get pressure and do those things. But here's the thing. The Patriots are great at exposing your weakness. And I think that they got a plethora of running backs that can do that. They can run downhill, can run gut us and all those things. And they're not allergic to the screen passes. So we're going to have our hands full. It may not be the best game from Tom Brady, but we will see a lot of screen passes. We'll see a lot of runs up the gut. They're going to challenge us. So we're going to have to be about that work action. And on top of that, what I wanted to say earlier, before I missed how many games left we got, somebody put that in the comment box. we're only taking it one day at a time, 1 week at a time, right? Here's the thing. When we start talking about this team collectively, and just hear me out. When we start talking about how we can improve on this level and how we can elevate on that level, it has to go all the way back to this. Turnovers, takeaways. If we can't do that, then we can't play in this game. We can't think about going to the Super Bowl and these sorts, because what's going to happen here is when we get exposed, when teams are able to run on us, when teams are able to catch those screen passes. Remember this, out of the linebacking core, quarterbacks average 114 QBR when they pass at the linebackers. There's no fictions. Those are all facts, though. So, and the truth is stranger than fiction. You see what I'm saying? Here's the thing, Cowboy Nation. Just because we are at this level now doesn't mean that we're going to be at that level for the remainder of the year. Just because Ezekiel Elliott is running the way Ezekiel Elliott runs doesn't mean that he's going to continue to run like this for the rest of the year. That's what I'm saying. When we have an evaluation, everything is week to week. We don't know what they're trying to pick up and study on or trying to improve. We as I guess, casual fans that talk about the Dallas Cowboys, we're not in the locker room. We're not in the playbook situation telling the coaches, hey, play this play and these sorts of things. We are only looking pretty much like 1,000 miles away from this thing. Players can develop through the season. We've seen it before. However, when we put out our thoughts and our opinions and our assumptions and things like that, or we have a gumption of this sort of situation, it can change from week to week. It can. However, we do trust trends. Trends will tell you where things are going to happen. And so far, right now, as fans, we can look at it and say, dog it, this defense, we can't stop the run. Now, I will say we do have an opportunity to change the narrative. We do have an opportunity to really change the narrative if we start off fast next week, or if we be able to get turnovers and takeaways. So that's all possible. We just have to figure out ways, not as fans, but the coach is going to have to figure out ways to improve where they are struggling at. That's the reality of it. That is, no matter how you want to cook it, no matter how you want to cut it up, that is the reality. That is the truth. And hopefully we can get these turnovers and takeaways. This defense, I'm not worried about the offense at all. Are you worried about the offense? I'm not worried about it. If we continue to be a pass-first team, complemented with the run, I think that this offense can still be maintaining the #1 offense in the NFL. I think that the weapons that we have, when you try to cover up Cobbs, you got Michael Gallup. When you try to cover up Michael Gallup, they try to roll coverage over to Amari Cooper's side. And then we bust them right up the seam with Ezekiel, the main man Elliott. And even old Reliable, as wise and as slow as he is, he still find ways, right? And then we all of a sudden say, hey, who's number 89? That's Blake Jarwin. Blake Jarwin come out of the mix out of nowhere. So we got a full, complete team. We just need to elevate on certain small factors to elevate this team completely. And where that goes from? The defense. If this defense, just think about it. We already got a dynamic offense. Not even worried about the kicker at this point, as long as we can put money on the board, right? But just think about this. If the defense can get more turnovers and takeaways, they give us a shorter field. Give this particular offense a shorter field, my goodness. And have you seen that the #1 team on third down conversions are the Dallas Cowboys? How do we get those third and longs? Oh, they're being stubborn, trying to run the rock. Give the ball to Dak Prescott. Let him figure these things out. Let's continue to push these teams, change the narrative. Everything can happen. Everything. And this team is on the pathway of greatness. But all we got to do is just top those loose ends on the defensive side of the ball. We are allergic to these turnovers. But maybe, just maybe, Jourdan Hip Pocket Lewis, he can look at it like, hey, Anthony Brown, I love you, but your injury is going to be a blessing in disguise because now I know for sure that I'm going to have 100% of the field. Not 80, not 70, not 40, 100% of the field is going to belongs to me. I'm going to have that playing time. And I'm going to take advantages of the situation. Remember, it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. So I think Jourdan Hip Pocket Lewis was always prepared. Now I got to get my boy Cheeto Woozier to be prepared. He's going to be locked, loaded, and ready. And I'm not even worried about Byron Jones. They don't even pass his way. He's like, he's on an island by himself. He's like, I'm just chilling. But we still need turnovers and takeaways from you, Byron Jones. And the linebacker core, boy, y'all gonna have to step it up. I'm not worried about the front four. It's just that we're a finesse front four. We don't have that big plug that's gonna gobble people up inside. But however, if we can stay up with the lead, then we can play downhill. The defensive edge rushers can pin their ears back. And Robert Quinn, you already see what his pathway is looking like. Man, the guy may end up with 16 sacks. That's just crazy. All right, so I really appreciate you all. Thank you all for tuning in to the nation. Don't forget to hit that like button, share this content. Let a friend, neighbor, foe know where to go when they want to tune in to Dallas Cowboys Sports Talk and Beyond. Just hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Speaking of time, that's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. I'm out. Peace. Let's go. Let's go.